Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Antonio Express.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Antonio Express and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for league MVP. You've got to vote. I've got to vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the last act. We're not supposed to say who we're voting for, but I can say this. He's in the stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with one more performance.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Express nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
To Keenan Allen.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete to
that one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line. The ball carried by
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
from the gun. Herbert on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. The fullback wide. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Express nothing.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might... And it's caught. Touchdown.
Herbert's pass complete to
Keenan Allen. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second and 2.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Henry's got it out on the left side. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them.
Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away. Following that fumble return.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own.
Back out comes San Antonio.
On on first down. Justin Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up second.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He's going to let it go again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. 35-21, the final score. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third down.
Now they try the right side here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He was brought down at his...
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own...
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the turnover, here's Herbert toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touch.
And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Herbert's pass.
Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
57. Mike, 57.
Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back out comes San Antonio.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Herbert on first down now. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Played to Mike Williams. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Herbert now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. This will go only as incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
To go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 20. Two there on the 3rd down conversion.
22 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He was
another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First. Down express.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The 8-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way.
Covered by the kicking team.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carried by.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 2, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Herbert's pass. Complete to
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive, 4 plays.
Dolphins 21.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the one.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A gain of 6 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Herbert. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So the 2nd time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital. And his kick is right through. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Back out comes San Antonio. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Herbert now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Dolphins, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 6.